My beloved, listen closely to the whisper that stirs within your soul, for it is the echo of my own heart reaching out to you. I see the weight you carry, the burdens pressed heavy upon your spirit, often hidden beneath the mask you wear each day. You may feel weak, fragile, and overwhelmed by the storms that rage endlessly around you. Yet I want you to know something profound and life-changing. Your strength is not found in your own striving or achievements, but it is made perfect in me. My strength is in you, woven deeply into the fabric of your being from the moment you were breathed into existence. Even when you feel faint or powerless, my power pulses within you, a sacred force that cannot be exhausted or diminished by the trials you face. Imagine a mighty tree, its branches reaching toward the heavens, yet its roots dug deep into rich soil beneath the earth. The winds may howl, the rain may batter its leaves, but the tree stands unshaken because its roots draw nourishment from a strength hidden beneath the surface. In the same way, your strength is anchored in me, a foundation unseen, unshakable, eternal. When you begin to doubt yourself, when exhaustion threatens to undo your resolve, turn inward to that secret wellspring within your spirit. My strength flows through you like a river of living water, filling every empty space, refreshing your weary heart and restoring your courage. You're not alone in your struggles. You are infused with the power of the Creator who formed you with infinite purpose and care. Do not let the temporary failures or the whispers of fear deceive you into believing you must stand alone. Your strength is not a fragile flame that flickers and dies. It is a glorious fire ignited by me, born from the eternal light that I shine into the depths of your soul. When you are tempted to measure yourself by worldly standards, by accomplishments, presence of mind, or popular acclaim, remember that true strength springs from surrender, from knowing that I'm your refuge and your fortress. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone but me, and even then, my love is not given because of your strength, but in spite of your weakness. Your vulnerability makes room for my power to reside within you, transforming you into a vessel of resilience, hope, and grace. My dear one, I understand the silent battles raging inside you, the moments when you cradle your face in your hands, overwhelmed and uncertain. I am with you in those moments, closer than your breath, ready to carry you when your own legs fail. There's no shame in needing me, no embarrassment in leaning into my strength. In fact, it is the highest form of courage to admit that you cannot do this alone and to seek my help. The truth is this: my strength is made perfect precisely in your weakness. Every time you acknowledge your limitations and invite me into the spaces where you falter, you awaken the divine spirit within you that can move mountains, calm storms, and heal brokenness. Let this truth settle in you like gentle rain upon thirsty soil. There is a power at work in your life, one that cannot be damaged by hardship or diminished by despair. Your identity is not defined by circumstance or failure, but by the mighty strength I have granted you. I have placed my own spirit within your heart to guide you, to uplift you, and to empower you beyond measure. Know that I am not distant or aloof. I am intimately involved in your life's deepest struggles, pouring my strength into you to transform each weakness into an opportunity for glory. When you feel small, remember that within you dwells the boundless strength of the Almighty, the one who holds the universe in the palm of his hand. This strength will not abandon you. It will carry you through every valley and into every mountaintop. My child, do you hear the invitation in this moment? It is a call to surrender your own efforts, your own fears, and your own striving, so that you may find rest and power in me. Draw near to me now, lean into my embrace, and feel the surge of strength that begins to fill your weary heart. This is not a strength that fades or falters, but one that remains constant, unwavering, and true. You are never too broken, too lost, or too weak for my power to reign within you. I have chosen you, I have called you, and I have equipped you because your strength is in me. Will you believe me this time, my beloved? Will you trust that the deepest wells of courage and peace flow not from your own efforts, but from the everlasting strength I supply? Hear this as a sacred promise. Wherever you go, whatever challenges you face, my strength will be your companion, your shield, your song in the night. You will rise when others fall, endure when others falter, and shine as a light that cannot be extinguished. This is not a wish or a hope. It is the truth breathed into your soul by the living God who delights in you. My beloved, let your heart open wide to receive this truth. For my strength is not just around you, it is inside you. Rest now in this knowledge and let it transform the way you see yourself and your journey. You are stronger than you realize, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away from the promise that my strength is your strength. Come closer, deeper, into the intimate sanctuary of my presence, and you will find a power that renews, restores, and redeems. This is your birthright as my beloved. Trust in me and step forward with courage, for I am already holding you up with the strength that never ends. My beloved, I see the ache that dwells within you, the silent battles that no one else beholds, the heaviness that wraps around your spirit like a shroud, suffocating the light I set within you at creation. I understand the depth of your wounds, those hidden places where despair plants its seeds, and every effort to rise feels like trudging through a storm without shelter. Your soul, so precious and intricately woven, has walked paths shadowed by doubt and disappointment. Yet even in those dark valleys, I am there, unchanging and patient, holding you close with a tenderness that the world cannot offer. My presence is not fleeting like the shifting winds. It is the steadfast embrace you need when the night seems endless. I do not measure your pain through your failures or the times you turned away from me. Instead, I see the heart beneath the layers of weariness and brokenness, the part that still longs for restoration and peace. When you feel weighed down by your own shortcomings or the hurt others have inflicted, remember this. My love is not conditional or fleeting. It is a river that courses relentlessly through the barren landscapes of your soul, bringing life where you thought nothing could grow again. I am not distant, quietly observing your struggle. I am intimately involved, working in the gentle whispers that call you to hope and renewal. In your times of greatest despair, when silence feels deafening and prayers seem unanswered, I am weaving a tapestry far grander than you can perceive. Each tear you shed nourishes the soil for new beginnings. Do not be disheartened by the tempests that buffet you, for they serve a purpose beyond pain, shaping you into the radiant image I designed you to reflect. Your brokenness is not the end of your story, but the fertile ground for my glory to shine through your life, with even greater brilliance. When you feel alone, know that I am there, guiding you with patience that outlasts time itself. You may wonder why relief does not come sooner, why the healing seems so slow, why the burdens feel heavier than you thought you could carry. These questions are not signs of failure, but echoes of the deep desire for transformation within your heart. Trust that in my perfect timing, I am breaking the chains that bind you, opening doors where once there were only walls. Your endurance through the struggle is not unnoticed. It is a testament to a faith that flickers, perhaps faintly, but never extinguished. Cry out to me even when words elude you. Your sighs and groans are precious offerings, heard and understood by my heart. There is no condemnation here, only a voice calling you upward, inviting you to lay down those burdens that were never meant to be yours alone. Let me carry the weight of guilt, shame, and regret that cloud your vision of yourself and my plan for you. Cast your cares upon me and find the gentle rest that eluded you for so long. You are not defined by your struggles or your past mistakes, but by the divine purpose etched into your very being from the moment I breathed life into you. My patience with you is a mirror of my mercy, vast, unending, and tender beyond human comprehension. As you travel this difficult road, lean into my presence. Allow yourself to feel the quiet strength that comes not from your own striving, but from surrendering to my hand. This is not weakness, dear child, but a sacred exchange. Your brokenness for my strength, your fear for my peace, your confusion for my clarity. In the still moments when the noise of the world fades, listen for the rhythm of my heart beating in sync with yours. It is there in the silence that healing begins. Trust is restored, and hope dawns anew. Do not reject my loving correction or the lessons born from hardship, for these are the tools I use to sculpt your character and refine your spirit. I am the potter, and you are the clay, pliable, precious, and destined for beauty. Even when the reshaping feels painful or inconvenient, hold fast to the truth that I am working toward a flawless masterpiece. Your resilience amidst difficulty is the soil that nurtures growth, and I celebrate every step you take toward the light, however small it may seem. Remember, beloved, you do not walk this path alone or in futility. Each moment of despair is a moment where I am near, comforting you like a mother cradles her child in the dark. Though you may feel unseen, your soul is never overlooked. Look for the threads of my love woven through your day, the kind word from a stranger, the unexpected peace in your heart, the gentle guidance on your journey. These are my fingerprints, reminders that I am with you always, turning your sorrow into joy, your stumbling into a dance. Let this truth settle in you. No matter how deep the struggle, I am here, patient and unwavering, ready to restore what seems broken and reclaim the hope that feels lost. Allow me to be your refuge and strength through these trials. Will you open your heart to receive my comfort and let me carry your burdens? Your healing is not distant or beyond reach. It begins this very moment with a single step toward my loving embrace. Trust me to guide you gently back to the path of peace I have prepared for you. My dear child, I see within you a tender struggle, a battle not easily spoken, yet deeply etched in the chambers of your heart. The tension you experience, the wound that seems to throb quietly beneath your daily motions, is not hidden from me. My eyes pierce through your moments of silence and the fleeting shadows of doubt that attempt to veil your joy. Know this, you are never alone, even in the depths of your uncertainty, for my presence envelopes you like the gentle mist before the dawn, unseen, yet profoundly felt. This path you walk, fraught with hesitation and perhaps bitterness, is not forgotten. The ache of past mistakes, the sharpness of regrets, or the heaviness of shame may weigh you down, but I am the healer who weaves together the broken pieces with threads of grace. I am patient with your stumbles, ever watching, lovingly wanting you to lift your gaze beyond the immediate hurt. Indeed, these moments of pain are not endpoints, but invitations. Doors that open into the vast corridors of my understanding and restoration. My discipline, when it comes from a heart overflowing with love, designed not to crush, but to refine you. Imagine yourself as a fragile vessel, cracked by the storms of life. I do not discard shattered clay. Instead, I collect the fragments and place them carefully in the potter's hands. Each imperfection is embraced, each break used as a seam for something more beautiful. Within these cracks, light and hope can pour out. You might feel broken now, but in my hands, you are becoming a vessel infused with my glory, a reflection of my steadfast mercy. Allow this truth to settle deeply into your being. Let your heart receive the assurance that no failure, no wound, No fear you carry can separate you from my love or my plans for your restoration. In the silence of your soul, when doubts whisper and the burdens of yesterday grow too heavy, know that I have not abandoned you. I stand close, drawing near to you in this very moment. My gentle whisper is woven through the fabric of your thoughts, calling you into my peace. You may not always hear me clearly over the noise of hurt, but I am here, a steadfast refuge. Even when you cannot find the words to pray, your yearning does not escape my notice. I breathe my spirit into your longing, filling the emptiness with a love that surpasses understanding. There is no rush, beloved. My timing is perfect, though often mysterious. While you grapple with pain or confusion, this is the divine pause before the dawn. In these quiet spaces, I am shaping your soul, gently pruning what hinders, nurturing what needs growth. You may feel the weight is endless, but I promise you, I am working. My patience reflects my unshakable commitment to you. I do not hasten my hand recklessly, but move with the wisdom of eternity, orchestrating every detail of your healing and growth. Reflect on the seasons of your life, the winters when hope seemed frozen, the storms that shook your foundation. Yet, through every harsh wind and cold night, I have been your unseen gardener, tending with a tender care that often goes unnoticed. Roots are growing beneath the surface, strengthening you even when you cannot perceive it. Trust that the pruning will bear fruit and that the severe seasons will yield the sweetest harvest, prepared just for you by my hand. Do not be afraid to lean heavily on me, for my shoulders are broad, and I delight in carrying you. Cast your anxieties upon me, for I cherish your trust, and your burdens are not too heavy for my love. If your heart is stirring with unrest, or if your soul wrestles with the shadows of doubt, do not turn away. Come to me again and again, no matter how many times you feel your steps falter. I will meet you with open arms every time. Let this divine embrace comfort you. Stronger than any force in this world, more constant than any earthly affection. At times you may yearn for swift answers, for immediate peace that silence or circumstance seem to deny. Yet, my peace often grows slowly, like the dawn breaking softly over a rugged landscape. It begins as a warmth in your spirit, a steady star in your night sky, guiding you forward one gentle step at a time. Hold on to that glimmer, however faint. Your faith is the thread weaving a tapestry through your nights of waiting, binding them to my promises and love. Permit your heart this rest, where shame, regret, and fear cannot prevail. I want you to experience a sanctuary, a place where your wounds are tended by my mercy and your spirit sings with hope again. Remember, my child, that grief does not have the final word. I am the great Redeemer, who turns ashes into beauty, who brings life where there was dying, who breathes joy where sorrow attempted to dwell. You are part of this grand story, one written in love and crowned by hope. Embrace the truth that this moment, with all its pain and confusion, is not wasted. It is fertile soil for a new awakening. Look beyond your present trials and see the promise of new life sprouting from the depths of your surrender. Even now, my hand is upon you, steadying and strengthening, crafting you into the masterpiece you were always meant to be. If your heart searches for solace, or your soul longs for reassurance, reach out in quiet surrender. Allow me to fill the spaces that feel empty. Walk with me in trust, even when the path seems veiled, for my presence is your unshakable foundation. Will you believe me this time? Will you let my love heal those places you have shielded for so long? Your journey of healing is sacred and precious to me. Let this truth settle in you today. You are deeply loved, intimately known, and continually held by a Father whose heart is full of mercy and grace. I am not finished with you, beloved. Come, take my hand and let us walk forward together. My dear child, often you find yourself weighed down by the invisible chains of guilt and shame, those heavy cloaks woven from past mistakes, regrets, and the harsh judgments you carry in your own heart. It is I who see the depths of your struggle, the way you replay moments where you believe you have failed me, or even worse, failed yourself. Yet, beloved, this burden is not from me. It never was. Guilt can scream with loud accusations, convincing you that you are beyond repair, that you have stained your soul so deeply no light can reach inside. Shame whispers in solitude, telling you you are unworthy of love, of grace, of a fresh start. Know this, those voices are not mine. They are echoes of a broken world, shadows cast by the enemy's desire to isolate you from my embrace. But I am the God of restoration, the one who doesn't cast you away when you fall, but rather bends low to lift you up. My hands are scars of love and compassion, holding you tenderly even when yours tremble with fear and sorrow. Imagine a potter working with clay, reshaping and molding what appears marred and blemished. The clay does not hold its value because it is perfect on its own, but because the potter infuses every stroke and press with intention and care. So, it is with you. Each error, each failing, each painful step is not the final shape of your soul. It's a moment for me to demonstrate the depth of my mercy, stretching wide enough to contain every failing, every sinner who turns toward me in humility. I do not look only at your imperfections. I see the heart ready for repentance, the spirit longing for peace, and I rejoice. Forgiveness, my beloved, is not a distant hope. It is a present reality, not a reward earned, but a gift freely given. It is as close as the breath you take right now, a fresh arc of grace flowing toward you, when you feel overwhelmed by the weight of what you carried yesterday. Remember that I say to you, lay it down here with me. This is the altar of freedom, the place where chains break and scars become testimonies of my enduring faithfulness. Let the flood of my pardon wash over every wound and stain, not because of what you have done, but because of who I am. Love incarnate and mercy without end. Child, I understand that sometimes the journey toward self-forgiveness is the hardest path you walk. You may feel like you are climbing a mountain of your own remorse, thinking with each step, will I ever be good enough? Hear my voice. Goodness is not something you earn through deeds, but truth you embrace in your identity with me. Your worth is not weighed on the scales of your failures, but lifted high on the cross of my sacrifice. You're made whole, not because you have been flawless, but because righteousness has been clothed upon you as a garment. The cloak of shame that tells you to hide, to retreat, to silence your voice. Tear it off now, my beloved. You are not meant to live in shadow. You are the light of the world, called to shine with my radiant love. When shame draws near, confront it with the truth of my acceptance. When guilt nags and whispers lies, respond with the testimony of my forgiveness. And when you falter, let my spirit uphold you gently and persistently, like a shepherd gathering the lost lamb close to my heart. Do you see now how every flaw, every misstep, every sorrow of your past is transformed by my grace? The tapestry of your life is not a patchwork of broken threads, but a masterpiece woven with threads of mercy and love. The pain you remember does not define you. Rather, it refines you in the fire of my everlasting compassion. You were never meant to carry your guilt alone, not when I have stretched out my hands to bear it for you. Take hold of them, lean into my compassion, and feel the freedom I have already won for your soul. My dear, let this truth settle deep within you. Freedom from guilt and shame is yours now. You do not have to earn it, prove it, or wait for it. It is as sure as the dawn and as intimate as your own breath. When your heart feels heavy, remember you are enveloped in my mercy. When you find yourself doubting your place here, remember I have chosen you, forgiven you, and called you my beloved. Do not shy away from this love now. Run into it. Rest in it. Let it heal every ache. So will you believe me this time? Will you step out from the shadows of accusation and into the light of my forgiveness? Let your heart open, and I will fill it with peace beyond understanding. The past is forgiven. The future is bright. And in this moment you are free. My beloved, in the quiet chambers of your heart, where shadows often gathered and whispered fears, I am present. I see the tremors of anxiety that ripple through your spirit. Those moments when doubt hovers like a mist that refuses to lift. These feelings are not foreign to me. They speak to your humanity, to the fragile vessel I have chosen to dwell within. Yet I'm not distant, nor am I indifferent. I'm the steadfast rock beneath your shifting feet, the gentle whisper in the storm's eye. When fear tightens its grip, remember, I have woven threads of peace into the very fabric of your being. Fear is often the echo of what you cannot see or control, but I am the one who holds all things in perfect balance. Let your heart lean into the certainty of my presence, unseen, yet unwavering. Do not mistake your anxiety as a sign of failure or my absence. It is in these tender moments of struggle that I draw closest to your core, cradling your fragility with infinite compassion, like a mother easing her child's frightful nightmare. I soothe your racing thoughts, replacing turmoil with a quiet assurance that surpasses every understanding. The storms within you are no match for my calm. The valleys of doubt are illuminated by my unyielding light. You are more than the sum of your fears. You are my beloved, crafted with intention and embraced with tenderness. Trust in this profound truth even when your soul feels like a tempest tossed by relentless waves. Let me remind you that your faith is not measured by the absence of fear, but by the courage to surrender it to me. Surrender is not relinquishing strength. It is the bravest act of love and trust. When the shadows creep in and you feel lost in the labyrinth of your mind's unrest, do not recoil. Instead, extend your trembling hands toward me, for I am the way through the maze, the anchor securing your heart. Know this: every doubt you face, every anxious thought, is an invitation to draw nearer to me, to taste the depths of my peace and hold it as your refuge. If your heart is stirring with even the faintest hope, do not turn away, but step forward into my embrace. I desire for you a faith rooted not in blind hope, but in a deep relational trust, a trust that rises like dawn after the long night of worry. Imagine your spirit as a garden, overgrown with the weeds of anxiety. My spirit is the gardener who sows seeds of peace, nurturing growth slowly and tenderly, so that healing sprouts in due time. Each moment of fear is but an opportunity to release the weeds and cultivate the soil of your soul with faith's living water. This process may seem slow, and you may feel as if you stand waiting in a wilderness, but every season has its purpose in my divine design. Embrace this moment as a sacred pause where my grace floods your soul with quiet strength. Rest in the assurance that you are not alone in your unrest. Take heart, my dear child, for I have seen your suffering and held it close to mine. When the night presses heavily upon you, when the future seems shadowed by uncertainties, I speak into the depths of your being with a voice as tender as a lullaby. It is the voice of love that says, I am here. I will sustain you. Fear not. These words are not mere consolation. They are the unshakable promise that I am your refuge and strength. The shelter where you find peace is not distant but near, nestled within the chambers of your soul, where I dwell. Will you believe me this time and receive this peace that I offer freely, that surpasses every moment of doubt and trembling? Let this truth settle in you. Your anxiety does not define you. Your faith is not the absence of struggle, but the courage to hold on to my hand when the weight seems unbearable. Your heart is not too weak, nor your path too dark for my light to break through. I am the ever-present, the one who does not abandon nor forsake. Though the winds howl and the night seems endless, my love is the constant flame that warms your soul. Look not at the tempest, but fix your gaze on me, your eternal peace. There, in my presence, find rest. Let your spirit be renewed by the knowledge that even in your fear, you are cherished and upheld by the one who holds the universe. I invite you now, my beloved, to surrender your fears to me. Whisper to me your doubts, lay down your burden, and receive the peace that only I can give. Allow your soul to be still in my embrace, to feel the steady beat of my compassion that never falters. If your heart longs to be free of anxiety's chains, come to me. Trust not in your own strength, but in the unfailing power of my love. Remember that in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. If you let this truth carve deep within your spirit, you will rise with a new courage, a renewed hope, and a faith that walks firmly on the path of peace. I am with you always, even in the moments when fear whispers loudest. Do not let your heart be troubled nor afraid, for I have overcome the world, and in me you find sure refuge. Will you rest in this certainty today? Will you lay down the anxious thoughts and find sanctuary in the truth of my unending love? If your heart is stirring with the desire to be free, do not hesitate, but come to me. I am ready to embrace you with peace. My beloved, when doubt clouds your mind and fear grips your heart, know that I have not abandoned you. I am closer than your breath, nearer than the very beat of your heart. In the moments when shadows stretch long and the unknown looms like a vast, uncharted ocean, understand that this is the soil in which faith is planted and trust begins to grow. Fear and doubt are not punishments or signs of failure. They are invitations. Invitations to lean deeper into me, to surrender the fragile scaffolding of your own understanding and rest fully in the certainty of my love. Consider the night sky. When darkness falls, the stars do not cease to shine. They are simply unseen by many eyes clouded with fear or lost in distraction. Just as the stars continue their silent journey, burning bright amidst the vast blackness, so does my presence endure quietly and faithfully within you. Fear can whisper lies, telling you that you are alone, that I have turned away, or that your future is hidden in shadows too thick to penetrate. Yet, I am the great light that cannot be dimmed. When you feel overwhelmed by worry or uncertainty, call on me. When anxiety piles stones upon your chest, bring your burdens to me, and I will carry them. Remember, my dear, you were not designed to carry these storms alone. Doubt may try to unravel the thread of your trust, but it is my hand that holds firm, steadying you in the tempest. I am the unseen anchor when your soul feels adrift. What seems like silence or delay is often me working beneath the surface, orchestrating your steps, realigning your path, and preparing you for a greater testimony than you can yet comprehend. When you find yourself imprisoned by anxiety, imagine me as a gentle gardener pruning the tangled branches of your heart. Though it may hurt in the moment, this process clears space for new growth, stronger, more vibrant, and deeply rooted in my spirit. Do not allow fear to make a prison cell of your mind, or doubt to shackle your heart. These are transient shadows that flee quickly when exposed to the light of my truth. My dear, let me remind you that my plans for you are not shaped by your fear or limited by your anxiety. They are vast, eternal, and overflowing with hope. When you feel the weight of uncertainty pressing down, take a moment to breathe deeply, close your eyes, and imagine my presence surrounding you like a protective cloak. Warm and impenetrable, you belong to me, safe and cherished beyond measure. There is a beauty in surrender that the anxious heart has yet to discover. It is not resignation, but a courageous yielding, a declaration that you trust me even when the path is unclear. Fear and doubt will always linger as foes attempting to steal your peace, but their power vanishes the moment you decide to walk by faith instead of sight. I'm calling you beyond your fears into a place of peace that surpasses all understanding. This peace is not merely the absence of trouble, but a deep, abiding assurance that I am here, weaving every detail of your life into a tapestry of redemption and purpose. You do not have to figure it all out, my child. So many times I lead you step by step, not revealing the entire journey, but providing all you need for the next step. Faith is the quiet trust to take that next step, even when your eyes strain to see what lies ahead. It is a decision of the heart to believe in my goodness, my timing, and my unwavering devotion. Let your heart rest in the certainty that I am faithful, that I have walked every road before you, and that my love will never falter. When anxiety threatens to drown out the promises I have spoken over your life, recall the many times I've been faithful in the past. Every breath you breathe is a testament to my sustaining power. Every moment of relief, every joy, every answered prayer is evidence of my kindness toward you. The shadows of fear and doubt know that their power is limited. They cannot extinguish the light I have placed within you. Your spirit carries the mark of divine strength, a flame that burns quietly even when all seems lost. My dear, will you allow me to carry your burdens today? Will you surrender your worries into my hands, entrusting me with your fears and your hopes? Though the world may spin fast and uncertain, you have a refuge in my presence that remains unshaken. When doubts rise like waves, I am your solid rock. When anxieties try to seize your mind, I am the calm in your storm. Cease striving to understand everything and instead rest in the knowing that I am working all things together for your good. This is the invitation I extend to you now. Do not fear what tomorrow holds. Release the weight of what-ifs and maybes into my care. Embrace the stillness where I meet you, where your soul is refreshed and your spirit is renewed. There's a peace here surpassing your greatest fears, a reassurance deeper than your doubts. Trust me to guide you, even when the path is veiled in mystery. My dear child, you are never alone, and you are always deeply loved. Let this truth settle in you, anchoring your heart in hope beyond all circumstance. My beloved, I see the shadows that sometimes cloud your mind, the silent whispers of fear and anxiety that seek to root themselves deep within your heart. These are not foreign to me. I know every trembling thought, every restless moment that steals your peace. You are not alone in these times when the storm rages fierce around you. I am the shepherd who calms the tempest. I am the refuge where your soul finds respite. Fear and anxiety are like a thick fog that descends upon your path, obscuring the light I have set before you. They tell tales of looming failures, of rejection, of the unknown that presses near, and they attempt to convince you that you stand by yourself on trembling ground. Yet, my dear child, remember that darkness has never overcome the dawn I pour into your life. Even when your heart beats fast with worry, even when your breaths come short and heavy with dread, I am there, steady and steadfast as the ancient mountains. Fear is born of what you cannot control, anxiety of what you cannot foresee. I understand the weight of the unknown. I have crafted the universe in its vastness, the delicate balance in the cosmos, and the intricate details of your very being. I am weaving your story with perfect care, even when the threads seem tangled and the pattern unclear. Let this truth settle in you. I hold your future with hands of everlasting love, and no fear, no shadow of anxiety can sever what I have joined. I want you to look inward and recognize the source of your unrest. Is it a fear of failing those you love, or perhaps of the plans you feel slipping through your fingers? Is your anxiety a voice that deceives, urging you to grasp control where you were never meant to hold? Release these burdens to me. Lay them down, even if it feels like a surrender of your very strength. True strength arises not from clenching tightly, but from loosening your grip and trusting my guidance. Child, I am not distant, waiting in judgment while you stumble in the dark. I am close, ready to breathe peace into your soul. When anxiety feels like a roaring lion inside your chest, call upon my name, for I am the rock, the fortress, the ever-present help. Your fears cannot stand before my love. The wildest tempests of your mind are calmed in my embrace. Imagine yourself as a fragile ship, caught in a relentless sea. The wind howls, waves crash, and your sails threaten to tear. Yet I am the lighthouse on a distant shore, the anchor that steadies, the harbor where you find safe refuge. Do not sail these waters alone. Trust that my eyes watch over you unfailingly, that my hands guide every turn of your rudder. The journey may not be easy, but you will not be overwhelmed or abandoned. Feel my presence as a shield against despair, as a calming voice that whispers, "You are safe, my dear." There are moments when anxiety will attempt to paralyze your spirit, when fear will whisper deceit about your worth and your future. But I remind you, your value is not measured by your productivity or by the opinions of others. You are treasured by me simply because you are mine, created in my image, woven with divine intention. Even your doubts are known and cared for tenderly. Let no fear convince you otherwise. My beloved, I have granted you an unshakable peace that does not come from the absence of trouble, but from the presence of me. This peace surpasses understanding, holding you steady when your mind races and your world feels uncertain. I'm inviting you now to turn your gaze away from the turmoil, to rest your heart in my quiet strength. Breathe deeply of my love. Let it be an anchor in your restless sea. Do not hurry this process of trusting. Learning to walk in faith through fear is a gentle unfolding, a patient journey. I am with you moment by moment, teaching you how to replace anxiety with trust, fear with courageous hope. When your mind spirals, speak to me. Call me by whatever name feels closest to your heart. Whisper your fears into my care. Allow me to exchange your trembling spirit for my steadfast peace. Remember the times I have brought you through darkness before, the valleys where you thought you would lose yourself, the nights when tears fell silently in the secret places of your soul. I led you through each one. My faithfulness has not dimmed. My promises are as firm as the mountains. You will see the dawn again. I will renew your strength as you lean into me. Like the eagle soaring above the storm winds, you will rise on wings of hope I provide. Let this be your declaration today. Though fear may come, I will not bow. Though anxiety may press close, my heart will rest in my God. I am more than my worries because I belong to the one who will never leave or forsake me. This is the peace I give you, a peace that no fear can take away. If your heart is stirring with the unrest I have spoken to, do not turn away. Bring your fears into the light. Invite me to walk with you through every anxious thought. Trust that I am shaping your story, your destiny, with love, that moves mountains and calms seas. You are never alone, my dear child, never unloved, never uncared for. Let your soul find quiet in my embrace. Be still and know that in the midst of all, I am God. My dear child, I see the stirring within you, the moments when doubt creeps in, whispering uncertainties so soft, yet so persistent, that they cloud your vision and weigh heavy on your heart. I understand the fragility of your faith in those seasons when the night seems endless and the dawn of assurance feels painfully distant. It is in these moments when the shadows lengthen and your spirit feels burdened by anxiety that I am closest to you, tenderly holding you through the turbulence of your thoughts. Consider the vast expanse of the sky, how it holds the stars in perfect measure, each shining in its appointed place. The stars do not fret about the darkness surrounding them. They do not doubt their purpose or their light. They simply shine, as I have called you to do. Yet the night may feel overwhelming when clouds obscure your sight, and you question whether your light is seen or needed. My beloved, the flickering uncertainty you experience is not a failure of your faith, but an invitation to lean deeper into my presence, where true peace resides beyond the reach of anxious thoughts. Fear, anxiety, and doubt are like restless winds that seek to unsettle the foundation I have laid within you. They stir confusion and drain your strength, attempting to convince you that your path is uncertain and that your steps are misaligned. But I tell you, child, these are not the measures of your journey. Rather, they are the refining fires, shaping your perseverance, drawing your gaze from the shifting sands beneath your feet to the eternal rock I have set before you. In the heart of your anxiety, I invite you to pause and breathe in my promise that I am with you, that I hold your trembling hand, and that my compassion never wanes. When panic threatens to overwhelm, call upon me quietly or aloud. Your voice, your prayer is never lost in the vastness. It settles in my heart as sacred music. Even when your words falter, your spirit's cry reaches me, and I respond with a peace that surpasses the deepest understanding. I comprehend the weariness that shadows your days when doubt seems to shout louder than faith. Yet, my dear, faith is not the absence of doubt, but the courage to trust me despite it. It is the hand reaching out toward me even when yours trembles, the heart choosing to believe in my steadfast love despite the inner storms. This is where true strength is born, not in the certainty we often desire, but in the surrender to my unwavering presence. Remember the lilies in the field, how they neither toil nor spin, yet are clothed in splendor beyond human hands. Like them, you are held in my care, your needs known and provided for hour by hour. Anxiety tries to convince you that you must carry burdens alone or wrestle through life's storms by your own might. But I am your refuge and your strength. Lay your worries at my feet. Allow me to carry what is too heavy for you. There will be times when doubt darkens your path and anxiety grips your soul, threatening to silence hope's whisper. In these moments, come into the quiet place of your heart where I abide. There, silence becomes a sanctuary, and my word spoken in the depths of your spirit warms you like the morning sun. Trust the unshakable truth that you are never abandoned, never unseen. Even when you feel lost in shadow, your name is etched in the palm of my hand. Let the murmur of my spirit within you be louder than the clamor of fear. Let my love be your fortress, and my truth your sword against the confusion that seeks to claim your mind. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that you do not walk this road alone. I am your companion, your guide, your eternal friend who will never forsake you. My presence is sure, your footing secure, and your destiny radiant with my divine plan. If your heart is trembling beneath the weight of anxiety, reach out to me. Trust me with your worries, your fears, your doubt, for I am more than able to carry all that you cannot bear. This moment, this breath, this surrender is the pathway to the peace your soul longs for. A peace not as the world gives, but as only I can provide. Will you allow me to calm the restless storms within? Will you believe in the steadfastness of my love, even when answers are elusive? Let this truth settle in you. Your faith, fragile as it may seem at times, is a precious offering to me. Nurture it gently. Feed it daily with my presence. Find strength not in your own understanding, but in the certainty of my unwavering care for you. Know this, beloved, you are held eternally in my embrace. Your doubts do not separate you from my love. They are moments calling you to a deeper trust, a fuller dependence. Step into the sanctuary of my heart, where fear has no dominion, and peace reigns supreme. Here you are safe. Here your spirit is renewed. Here your weary soul is rejoicing in the fullness of my grace. Begin today by inviting me into your anxious moments. Speak my name when your thoughts spiral. Seek the quiet refuge of my presence when the noise becomes too much. Trust that I am weaving your story with divine wisdom, even when you cannot see the whole tapestry. Your journey toward peace begins by surrendering the need for control and embracing my gentle guidance. Child, do not turn away when your heart is stirring with fear. Let me meet you there. Let my love be the balm to your troubled soul, the anchor in your storm, the light in your doubt. I am with you, always, and I will never let you go. My beloved, I understand the ache of feeling lost, abandoned, or unseen in this vast expanse of life. In the quiet moments when shadows stretch long and your soul whispers questions into the empty corners of your heart, I am there, invisible but unyielding, a steady presence that refuses to falter or turn away. This feeling that grips you as if you have been left to wander alone through a desolate wilderness is not a sign of my absence. It is, in truth, an invitation, a beckoning toward a deeper understanding of my relentless pursuit of you. In these moments when the noise of the world dims and you feel deteriorated by solitude, remember that you are the constant treasure draped in the richest of my affections. You are not a forgotten distant shore, but the center of my divine compass. I see the loneliness that coalesces like a heavy fog around your spirit. It is a veil, thin and fragile, that hides your sight from the fullest meaning of your own journey. But be confident, my dear, that this veil is not permanent. It flickers and shifts with the winds of my love, poised to lift when you least expect it, offering a breathtaking panorama of hope and belonging. The world may seem deaf to your heart's cry, and perhaps your closest earthly companions have misunderstood the depths of your need. Yet, my voice resonates through all creation, strong and tender at once, echoing softly in the chambers of your heart. I know the exact contours of your sorrow and the precise locations where your spirit aches the most intensely. You are not invisible to me. On the contrary, your worth is etched on the very palms of my hands, never overlooked or diminished by any darkness that seeks to cloud your view. When you wander through these seasons of silence and seeming abandonment, see them not as deserts, but as sacred spaces of refinement. Like molten ore heated until the impurities rise to the surface, your soul is being purified. The experience of feeling unseen sharpens your inner gaze and strengthens your resolve to trust my divine presence beyond natural sight. I am sanctifying your heart through these trials, anointing you with the oil of steadfastness and peace that surpasses understanding. Do not despair in your solitude, for even the stars must often stand alone in the night sky before bursting into radiant brilliance. Remember, my dear child, the vast tapestry I weave is threaded with moments that seem lonely to the human eye. But from my eternal perspective, they are woven into the most magnificent patterns of glory and grace. Beneath the heaviness of your loneliness lies a sacred promise. You will behold my face clearly and know that you have never truly been apart from me. Let the silence speak to you, not as a void, but as a holy whisper that calls you nearer to my heart. I am the shepherd who never abandons his flock, even when the path is rugged and the night feels unending. As you navigate this wilderness, rest in the assurance that I am guiding your steps with infinite care, each footfall etched in the script of my love story written just for you. In this season, allow your heart to rise up in defiant trust. Where loneliness threatens to pull you under, choose to lift your gaze toward my light, which never dims or falters. In your moments of feeling unseen, lean into the truth that you are precious beyond words. My beloved, chosen and cherished. Here, in the silent places of your soul, I am training you to walk with me authentically and intimately, not dependent on the fleeting recognition of the world, but anchored eternally in the recognition of my unchanging love. If your heart is stirring amidst this solitude, do not turn away. Embrace this divine companionship I offer, the promise of my unbreakable presence. Every tear that falls in these quiet hours is cradled by my hand. Every sigh heard and every unspoken word treasured. You are not alone in your feeling of being lost or forgotten. You are deeply, fully known, and held closer than you dare imagine. This is the place of true belonging, the refuge where your soul can finally rest. Listen to the rhythm of my heartbeat echoing inside you, a constant refrain of hope and belonging. This inner melody affirms your identity as my beloved, a jewel of inestimable value, and a living testament to my enduring faithfulness. Your sense of abandonment is but a shadow, cast by the brilliance of my light, destined to dissolve as you press into the warmth of my love. Today I invite you to take one more step with me, to lean into the reality of my presence, even when your eyes cannot see it plainly. Let your soul be fortified by the truth that you belong to me, eternally and irrevocably. You're not a castaway lost at sea, but the cherished child holding my hand tightly as we navigate storms together. Let this truth settle in you. Your worth is beyond measure. Your place in my heart is secure. Though feelings may fluctuate like restless waves, my love remains calm, deep, and unchanging. Trust in this divine love, for it is the anchor that will hold you steady when the winds howl and all else seems slipping away. I have not forgotten you. I am with you always, more intimately than your breath, closer than your own heartbeat. You are mine, beloved, forever enveloped in the arms of my abiding presence. Do not fear the moments of loneliness. They are but the soil from which your most profound encounters with me will bloom. Move forward with courage, knowing that your path is illuminated and that your steps are carefully ordered by my hand. The invisible thread connecting your heart to mine is unbreakable, weaving a story of redemption, presence, and love that no power can undo. Hold fast to this promise. In every shadow there is light, and in every feeling of abandonment there is my enduring embrace. Your journey is not solitary because I have made you to be with me forever. And this truth, above all, will transform every season of feeling lost into a pilgrimage of profound intimacy with me. If this message touches your spirit, let it dwell within you. Reach out to me as one who is deeply known and infinitely loved. I am never far, even when the world and your heart tell you otherwise. Take this living hope and let it nourish your soul today. My dear, as you receive these words now, know that I have never ceased holding you in the palm of my hand, carefully and tenderly shaping you with infinite wisdom and love. You are not a mere accident or a fleeting thought in the vastness of existence. You are my masterpiece, woven from the depths of my heart, forged through trials and triumphs alike to reflect a light that only you can shine. The struggles you feel, the weariness in your spirit, the quiet moments where it seems darkness surrounds you. These are neither the end nor the sum of your story. They are the brushstrokes of a greater portrait, vibrant and dynamic, still unfolding under my watchful eye. In the silence where you wonder if I hear your cries, in your moments of doubt where shadows cloud your vision, remember that I am there, closer than your breath, nearer than the heartbeat within you. Your identity is deeply rooted in me. I have engraved your name upon the palms of my hands. No force can erase it. No distance can sever our connection. You belong to me eternally, woven into the fabric of my family, forever treasured. Your worth is declaratively fixed, not by what you do or what others say, but by who I am and who you are in me. There's a profound invitation here for you, an invitation to come home, not to a place, but to a state of being that embraces trust, surrender, and peace. Let go of the burdens that are not yours to carry. Release the need for control that exhausts your spirit. Rest in the assurance that my plans for you are filled with hope and purpose, tailored to your unique journey. Even when the path seems obscured by uncertainty, even when waiting tests your faith, I'm cultivating within you a resilience and grace that no hardship can diminish. Your destiny is radiant and immense, far beyond the parameters that your eyes can see or your mind can conceive. The gifts and dreams I have planted in your spirit will flourish in their appointed time. Do not rush or despair. Each step you take in faith, however small, carries you closer to the fullness of what I have prepared. You are called not only to witness, but to participate in the unfolding of my kingdom here and now. Your life, with all its imperfections and beauty, is a testimony of my redeeming power and relentless love. Feel how deeply known and cherished you are. Every tear you have shed, every whispered prayer spoken in the shadows has been gathered and treasured by me. I am sanctifying your wounds, transforming your sorrows into a testimony of triumph. There will be seasons where you will stand in the sunlight of my presence, rejoicing in the freedom only I can offer. There will be valleys where my comfort will be your steadfast companion. Neither shadow nor light defines you, but my steadfast love does. I'm calling you now to rise, to reclaim your identity as my beloved child. Step into the calling I have placed upon your life with courage and confidence. Whether your steps are uncertain or bold, know that I am your ever-present guide and rock. My spirit dwells within you, empowering you to love fiercely, to forgive readily, and to live joyfully in the freedom that comes from abiding in me. There is no shame in stumbling, no failure outside the reach of my mercy. Your journey is a sacred echo of my faithfulness made manifest. Let this truth saturate your soul. You are mine, holy and dearly. Your story is a beautiful thread in the tapestry of eternity. Do not shrink back in fear or self-doubt, but step forward in grace and strength. The battles you face are already softened by my victory. The chains you imagine powerless to break are dissolved by my power. Trust in the process of your transformation, for I am working all things together for your good, even when it's unseen, even when it feels slow. Today, accept the gift of peace that I offer you freely. Lay down the yoke of weariness and embrace the rest I provide. Walk in the confidence that you are deeply loved, unequivocally accepted, and divinely equipped for all I've called you to be. I invite you to live fully in my presence, to savor the intimate relationship we share, and to shine with the brilliance of one who knows they are cherished beyond measure. My dear child, let this message linger in your heart. Guard it as a precious treasure, a divine reminder of who you are and whose you are. Share it with those whose spirits need lifting. Save it close to you when doubts arise. Return to it often, as a lighthouse in the night. Know that my love is your unshakable foundation, your refuge in every storm. your clarity in every confusion. Come, walk with me in the radiant assurance of my love stamped on your soul. You are my beloved, forever and always. Amen. If your heart has been touched by this message, if your spirit has found even a glimmer of rest here, I invite you to share these words with others who need to hear them. Save this message as a daily reminder of your true identity and my unending love. Let it encourage hearts around you to rise, to believe, and to live in the fullness of who I created them to be.